basically, he reached out to Mikey and told him, you know, let Brandon know if he wants to be a part of, you know, if he wants to do a cameo situation.
What happened?
What's that?
I thought we thought maybe you didn't know that, like maybe Mikey didn't tell you.
About what?
About him reaching out to Mikey like, hey, I have a role. Him reaching out to Mikey like, hey, I got a role for Brandon. Yeah. Have him reach out to me.
Yeah, Mikey spoke to me about it.
What happened?
Well, I declined, respectfully.
And he said some shit like, I respectfully declined. You're not in a position to respectfully decline. And when he told me that, like, he was fully aware that Mikey, like, wasn't trying to sabotage him.
I showed it to Brandon on my phone.
Yeah.
Brandon said he wasn't interested.
Right, but on our side, there was no feedback. So I just found out today that Brandon did decline working. There is some confusion on our side because, to my knowledge, Henderson asked you if you could ask Brandon, because he doesn't have Brandon's contact information anymore or no way to reach him, if he would be interested in being in one of his projects.
Yeah, 4-letter word.
But on our side, there was no feedback after that.
The bullshit part about this whole situation is you can't do dirt and then turn around and ask someone to work for you through someone else. It's not like, you know, this entity had any direct connection with me to be able to reach out to me. They reached out to me through Michael.
I sent a thumbs up. I clicked on the text message, thumbs up, like I received it. I didn't respond back. Okay, I should have responded back. That's what it was.
That's the thing, it's a response back. And so we didn't know, did Mikey not tell him what's going on with those two? Do they have some issue? And then, you know, it's like, well, should Henderson reach out to Brandon?
Well, whether we have an issue or not, any message for him that comes, I relay that. Yeah. So I'll make sure I reach out to him just to clarify and apologize about that. Because there's ain't no shit.
Yeah. If you've had previous issues that you're trying to work out with somebody who owns a production company, why not accept their invitation to audition for a role? If you keep claiming that you're so serious about acting and moving forward and kind of letting the past be the past.
Yeah. Ain't nothing going on.
It was like, I'm not gonna.
And I think what's weird is that Michael decided not to relay the message. For those of you who don't know about that particular situation, I worked with this production company on the first season of About Him. Differences between myself and the production company. And I found out that I was replaced on the second season through Instagram. Reached out to me, nobody told me anything was going on. Nobody told me that they decided to, you know, go another direction. And I was the star of that show. And so here I am, minding my business, and like I always do. And I'm just scrolling through and scrolling through and scrolling through. Like total shock. Like, wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Like it just didn't make sense to me. Like prior to that, there had been like this conversation about, oh, we're gonna pass on the show. The business and everything behind it between myself and the writer, because the show came from, it's literally, the first season of the show is depicted specifically from the book. Literally, like, it's almost kind of like a replica. I kid you not. So basically, the communication just got really, really poor. And it ended up being these lies being told about like what was going on. And then I found out what was actually happening. And basically they didn't want to pay me more money than... I feel like as an actor, you purposefully put yourself in front of people to be judged. And I feel as though when I put myself in front of that particular group of people to cast me for this project, there was something different that happened. And then throughout the process of it, I realized what was different. And we began to grow personal relationships with one another. It felt like more of a family than it did a business.
Once you've been in it long enough, you realize sometimes I just gotta be at work and then go home. And we feel like Kiki for a second. Yeah. But what you got going, what I got going, we don't need to cross that line, because then it does create like conflict later. Right. And then I see so many guys that are like, well, we're friends, so he should do ... Yeah, and it's like, no, actually, he's the employer, right, and you're the talent.
Exactly.
But because you've already crossed that like personal line, it's like,
And I think that's where I bumped my head the hardest.
Yeah.
In that particular situation.
And the way that pieced off, the way that the communication stopped, the way that everything cut off, the way that the lengths that the production company went through to tear me down and to stop me from doing things in Atlanta, it just continued that hurt, you know, and I'm still dealing with daggers in my back and trying to pull them out and deal with them on my own because nobody wants to have a conversation with me.
And as always, thank you for your outpour of love and support. You're watching WebLYFE.